Hey everyone, welcome to Camper Sports. My name is Rev Trev. So glad you're here because we're going to be talking about who's going to be the NFC North king. Who's going to be the king of the NFC North. Now, it is awesome division. The rivalries are rich and nasty, and as fans, we've gotten into it, right? And this has been one of those difficult ones to make a prediction. And as you know, I made a video on the Packers and my predictions. Go check it out here. I think it's going to be right here, okay? So go check it out right here because I would love for you to see it. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on the Packers today because I already made a full video on it. Now, I do like how the negative narrative on Green Bay is shifting and is changing, which I'm pumped about because I waited to make that video because I just wanted to see what they look like in training camp. And a lot of people thought we were going to be 6-11. I have them much better than that, right? So now I want to give props to the Vikings. You did win the NFC North last year. Even though the Packers, and being a Packers fan has been awesome, we have dominated this division for like 30 years almost, right? And having Favre, Rodgers now, they're both gone. We got Love in there now. We'll see what he can do, but it's been awesome. And that's why you guys hate us so much. Like, I'm shocked at how much Lions, Bears, and Vikings fans talk about the Packers, but because we've been good, and that's just it. It is what it is, right? We've been owning you guys for years, and so I do think times have changed a bit, but I do really like our team and our chances, and it'll be an interesting year. Now, everyone seems to be crowning the Detroit Lions as the NFC North champs, the kings of the NFC North, and I'm not sure they're there yet, even though I do think your defense is legit, especially your front pressure is incredible. The running backs are pretty good there too. Goff is solid. Your O-line's pretty good. So there's a lot going on for you guys there. It'll be very interesting to see if you're going to live up to the hype that everyone has for you. Now, I just want to quickly show speaking of the hype, this is from ESPN Analytics. This is chances to win the NFC North. They had the Lions at 43%, the Vikings at 29%, the Bears at 16%, and the Packers at 12%. Now that hurts my heart, okay, to say that the Packers have a worse chance at making the playoffs than the Bears. Listen, the Bears have had so many holes. We're talking a 3-win team. Are you kidding me? Like, you're going to go and make the playoffs now? There's a lot of Bears fans that think they're going to make the playoffs. So I'm just not there yet. Let's just walk in. I'm just going to go right into this. Before I do, I want to encourage you to hit that like and subscribe button, as well as post what your predictions are in the comments. Now, I want to talk to you guys out there. You're just going to collect receipts and you're going to say, these are bad takes, or this is bad predictions, or whatever. I get it. You don't want to be a person that's going to post in the comments and say, this is what I believe. It's so easy to criticize. It's so hard to make predictions. Be a man, or woman, I don't know who you are, I don't know what gender you are, but be someone and post in the comments. Be a human and post in the comments and put the records of what you think Packers, Lions, Vikings, and Bears are, and I'd love to read them, and we'll keep receipts on each other, right? I'll stay accountable, you stay accountable. Let's do this together. So hit that like and subscribe, post in the comments. Okay, let's dive in. I'm going to show you the whole thing. So as I'm going to say, I'm not going to talk about the Packers too much here in this side. So as you know, though, going into Bears, I've had to make this video 7 times because I've been struggling with this first game so much. I've been saying that Green Bay's going to win week 1. I think that the Bears end up winning at home. I think that Bears fans are going to rejoice that it's going to be over, that they no longer get owned by Green Bay. I think that, unfortunately, if Green Bay loses, there's going to be depression. As you can see here, I think we're going to go 1-4. I think people are going to think that the world is coming to an end in Packerland because we're going to go 1-4, but to start the season. But I think the Bears going to win week 1. Okay? Oh, it pains my heart to say that. Week 2, I think you get a win at Tampa Bay because they're atrocious. Okay, week 3 you start a 4-game losing streak to the Chiefs, to Denver, who I think is a lot better this season at home for you guys at Soldier Field. I think you lose to Washington. They're much better than you think. I think Howell's solid, but that defense is very good. Their running game's good. I think their wide receivers are solid as well. I have a feeling that Washington's going to win that game. Minnesota, you're going to lose to Minnesota at home. That's going to hurt. And then you're going to bounce back and you're going to win against the Las Vegas Raiders. And then you're going to go double losses on the road to the Chargers and to the Saints. Carolina, you're going to get a win there. Not there. It's going to be at home. And then you're going to lose both the away games to Detroit and Minnesota. Walking into the bye week, there's going to be a lot of frustrated fans because you're going to have 4 wins. That's it. Now, some of you are going to like, well, we got more wins than we did last year, right? So coming out of the bye week, unfortunately, you lose again to Detroit. But then you go on a 3-game win streak at Cleveland, against Arizona, which I think is the worst team in football because Kyler Murray isn't going to be playing, and against the Falcons at home. And then you come into Lambeau and we beat you, and you end the season with a loss at Lambeau, and there's doubt in your mind that you're going to actually dominate us for years to come. So I believe that you're going to miss the playoffs, but you're going to have 7 wins and 10 losses. Now let's go to the Lions, who looks like that they're favored to win this division. I think that you start with a loss against Kansas City. I think you're good, but you're not that good. You're not Kansas City good. So I don't think you go into Arrowhead and you win that game. Seattle, Seattle, I think Seattle was really good last year. They surprised everyone, and they got better in the draft. I think you go double losses, and Detroit's going to start losing their minds. People are going to be really contemplating whether they're frauds as well. But then you go on a 4-game winning streak at at home against Atlanta, at Green Bay you win, at Carolina you win, at Tampa Bay. Those 2 games are easy. But you go into Baltimore in week 7 and you lose that game. Week 8 you win against the Raiders. In fact, I don't think any of our teams lose to the Raiders this year. That's interesting, isn't it? And then the bye week, of course, you come out of the bye week, but you get a loss because it's in SoFi at the Chargers Stadium, and they're really good. I mean, Eckler and Keenan Allen, Quentin Johnson, we're talking like Herbert, that defense with Bosa. Oh man, they're solid. I really like them this year. Okay, so we were at week 10, so week 11 you win against Chicago, you win home Thanksgiving against the Packers. That's the early game. Week 13, I believe that you lose to New Orleans. I think they just have a really good defense, and they might be a little better than people. I think they actually might even win their division. The Saints will. So that might not be such a big loss. And then you win at Chicago, and then you win at home against Denver, and then you lose to Minnesota. You lose at Minnesota. You lose at Dallas, who Dallas is a solid squad as well. And then this is the kicker right here, week 18. You lose at home to Minnesota. I know now you're going to be mad at me, okay? I get it. But what you did to us is going to happen to you. That last game where you need to win that game to solidify the NFC North Kings of the NFC North, you're going to fail in that game. Minnesota's going to figure it out by then, and they're going to beat you. And they're going to be the NFC North champions. Let's go to the Vikings schedule. Why are you Vikings so down on your own team? I don't really get it. Maybe I'm totally out to lunch here. I think you're way better than you think. So you're going to win against Tampa Bay, okay? You're going to lose to at Philadelphia. You're going to they're going to be probably the best team in the NFC North, if not the 49ers. The Chargers you're going to lose to at home. You're going to win against Carolina. You're going to lose to Kansas City. You're going to beat Chicago at Soldier Field. You're going to lose to the 49ers. You're going to lose at Green Bay. Oh, that's going to hurt. That's going to be fun. and then you're going to go on a 4-game winning streak. You're going to beat Atlanta. You're going to beat the Saints. Somehow, someway, you're going to find that win. You're going to beat Denver at Denver. You're going to beat Chicago at home. And then you're going into bye week and you're coming out and you're going to beat the Raiders in Vegas. And then you're going to lose to Cincinnati at Cincinnati. And then you're going to go on a 3-game win streak. You're going to beat Detroit twice. And you can beat Green Bay at home. This is going to be wild if this happens, okay? So I believe that the NFC North champs is going to be back-to-back years. It's going to be the Vikings, unfortunately. I hope I'm wrong on that. You're going to be 11-5. You're going to make the playoffs. I think the Lions are going to be 10-7, and they're gonna make they're probably going to make the playoffs in a wild card spot. And then Green Bay is going to be 9-8. Fighting for a wild card spot, not sure if they're going to do it. Going to be better than last year, but interesting that people are going to be a lot more, wow, these guys are better than we thought. And then, of course, the Bears are going to be 7-10 and miss the playoffs. So I'd love to hear what you had to say. Post in the comments. Like and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching the video. Of course, I want to say that the Packers are going to win the division, but I'm a realist, and I made this video 7 times just to get to this spot. So I hope I'm wrong, but I highly doubt it. Go Packers.